What is a clear sign a movie sucks? Sequel without the original cast. Edit. Thanks for all the upvotes everyone. I've never had a post take off like this before. When it's so dark you can't see anything. Frank Capra had a great quote for my answer. There are no rules in filmmaking. Only sins. And the cardinal sin is dullness. If it comes out in January, the industry calls it dumpuary for a reason. The movies released on Christmas are expected to still be leading the box office. So studios dump their bad movies there so they can blame the bad box office performance on the release date. I always feel bad when I see a friend post excitement about a movie with a January 10th release date because I know they're going to be disappointed. Too many celebrities, clichés. New movie, ambulance, wanna see a trailer? Sure. You've now seen the whole movie. We're 20 minutes in and you don't care what happens to any of the characters. Edit. Thanks for the award. I had a classmate in college named Andre. He was a great person and fun to be around. But the movie sucks if Andre picks it. The movie would never be so bad it's good. No. His picks simply sucked. Everybody has a talent. From the twisted minds that brought you. You start making fun of the character's logic not even 10 minutes into the film. People dressed up like depressed cats. When it literally says, unlike anything you've ever seen. A trailer loaded with quick cuts that prevent any idea what you're looking at and citations of who made it instead of what they made. Straight to VHS in 2022. Any use of the record scratch sound effect in the trailer. Also, if the movie is a comedy and the trailer shows people falling down more than once, they have nothing funny to show you. All the reviews and promotions are about what the director and actors have done in other things and barely anything about the film itself. When its leading production names, e.g., director, have only made bad films. Had a friend back in high school that came up with something he called the explosion quotient. The higher the number of explosions in the trailer, the bigger the dumpster fire the movie was going to be. It's 35 years later, and it's still a pretty accurate gauge. IMHO. If they add a random controversial issue that has nothing to do with the plot, when the entire cast are huge A-list actors, you'd think it would make a movie 10 out of 10, but more often than not, it makes it worse. Some of the most underrated actors have the best acting and can make a movie go a long way. Directed by Uwe Boll. Generic pop songs for the soundtrack. When you get the whole story in the trailer alone. Movies that tell and don't show. Cheap sitcom cinematography. Like let's get some wide shots on the set and some close-ups for line delivery, then that's a wrap. When the director thinks everyone whispering every line creates tension. The cover is two dickheads looking through the legs of a woman. No early screenings, reviews are allowed. When the trailer has a slow melancholy version of a popular upbeat song. When an animated movie is clearly redubbed for the trailer. Most emotional moment is in the first 10 minutes. Up is an exception. Kirk Cameron is in any way involved in it. Slow, creepy, cover of an 80s pop song. If it's not even worth seeing on a plane for free. Won't let anyone review the movie before release. If James Corden plays an animal, it's on the avoid list for me. Scratch that James Corden in general. A teen pop star is in the main cast. When it's advertised as, from the producers of Steven Seagal. I'm halfway through the movie and have no idea who anyone's name is because they haven't been exciting enough for me to care. If it's about mjoie, it's labeled as horror, but it's just murder and gore. There is no mystery, no real unknown. By the time you are introduced to the characters, you can guess which one will survive and be right 90% of the time. Subtitle: Origins, Revelations, Chronicles, or the Beginning. When a character is explaining something to their scene partner that the partner already knows, because the writers couldn't figure out how to explain it to the audience. Especially when they start the sentence by saying, "as I'm sure you know." Quote, the movie's poster says, "The Kissing Booth." From the producer of _______. For an example, watch the movie Riot from 2015. It's on Netflix. Horrible acting. The fight scenes were like watching people practicing for a fight scene. At times I thought it was a spoof movie, it was that bad. The trailer allows you to guess the entire movie and absolutely nothing surprises you based on that alone. You find yourself laughing at the absurd dramatic scenes. When it relies on exposition to explain things to a viewer that a viewer ought to pick up on via more subtle means. When it's on the Hallmark Channel, an Animal co-star, the opening credits look shitty. When it's directed by Uwe Boll. When Netflix recommends it to you. More product placements than jokes. The phrase, "updated for modern audiences,"